Don't you imagine the leaves dream now how comfortable it will be to touch the earth instead of the nothingness of the air and the endless freshets of wind? And don't you think the trees, especially those with mossy hollows, are beginning to look for the birds that will come, 6, a dozen, to sleep inside their bodies? And don't you hear the goldenrod whispering goodbye? The everlasting being crowned with the first tuffets of snow. The pond stiffens, and the white field over which the fox runs so quickly brings out its long blue shadows. The wind wags its many tails, and in the evening the piled firewood shifts a little, longing to be on its way. Hello, my name is Holly, and I own a company called Alex and Ilex, and I actually make a lot more than soap. Today, though, I'm new at this filming, but I'm a natural on camera. Listen, this Alex and Ilex YouTube is not going to be a continuous infomercial about my products, because who wants to watch that? Unless it's 3 a.m. and it's Richard Simmons, am I right? I decided that a lot of the things that I make just for myself or my family or my friends are things that I want to share. They're not things that I sell. They're not things that I would sell, because I believe that herbal knowledge should be freely and widely shared. We should all be able to get whatever knowledge we want about our own planet. I believe that. I also want to dispel or dispel the myth or demystify. I think a lot of people are intimidated by herbal. I meant to turn that off. By herbal knowledge or botanicals or essential oils. Either people think it's hocus pocus, which it is, but only in a good way. Or people think that it's esoteric knowledge and that it's just too overwhelming, and it's really not. For example, we're going to make Fire Cider today, which is a folk medicine remedy it's something that in the fall and wintertime I take a shot of every day, like a shot like that. You may also start taking it when you feel a cold coming on. And I bet every ingredient will make sense to you. For example, citrus fruits like oranges and lemons, are packed with vitamin C. I'm sure you know the benefits of garlic and onion. They call them I have a hole in my sweater. I hope that that's not too distracting. They call garlic and onion kissing cousins because they're from the same family, which I think is always funny, because we always think you don't want to kiss someone who's eaten garlic or onion. By the way, they're both delicious, and you can kiss after you have that. Not that you needed my permission. Ginger, you probably know that's good for digestive issues. Also kind of warms you up, which gets your body going. Oh, so as I'm sure you know, Fire Cider is named thusly because one uses hot peppers in it. I wouldn't go above jalapeno or serrano. You don't have anything to prove by using habanero or ghost pepper. It's perfectly fine to use powdered cayenne as well. But if you are sensitive to spicy foods, this is not a form of torture. This is supposed to be, it's a drink I actually think tastes good, but it's a food and it's a medicine as well. So it's not torture. If you don't like spicy food, all of this other good stuff will still have some benefits for you. Okay, it's very easy. We'll get started. The main ingredient is unfiltered raw apple cider vinegar. I prefer the Bragg's brand with the mother. It's such a beautiful word, but there's something kind of icky about it when you're talking about vinegar. It's actually really easy. You need a mason jar or some jar of some sort. I prefer these ball mason jars. Got a great deal on a dozen at Kroger the other day. If you're using a metal lid, that's perfectly fine. Just grab a little sheet of wax paper, parchment paper to cover it, as I'll show you. Well, as you can see that I did here in the batch I made earlier today on the first take. So we have our jar. To make this simple, just like it's the, what's a good cooking show? Like Rachel Ray? I'm nothing like her. One of those cooking shows. Ina Garten, the barefoot contestant who is the best. You know, she makes it look so simple because she's got everything prepared. Well, I did that too. So, I've got some ginger already grated. I believe I have tucked that under here. So, fresh ginger root. I'm just gonna, there's a little grated, add a little bit of fresh turmeric left, or turmeric. All right, some fresh garlic. This is still a lot of garlic for just this jar, but we're gonna do it because we want power packed. All right, jalapeno. Also, let me just put that in there. And listen, you are not baking here, so you don't need to mince these ingredients or chop them or dice. You just want to expose the good stuff so that the vinegar can pull out all the magic. So you can just go crazy and chop it with as asymmetrically and haphazardly as you like, and like I did with this onion. All right, so we've got jalapeno, ginger, a little bit of turmeric, the onion, the garlic. Here is some fresh thyme from my own plant, fresh rosemary from my own plant. If you do not have your own plant, you can use dried. That's just as well. Some cinnamon sticks. These are black peppercorns and dried turmeric. So with the oranges and lemons, feel free to give it a squeeze. I don't know if you can see here. You don't need to see me. Squeeze and drop it in. Now, I recommend getting organic oranges and lemons. In fact, organic everything. I always do. But for this specifically, I would. And then I would make sure I give them a rinse. Because you're going to want to, I zested the peel a little bit. Do you zest a peel? Is zest a verb or a noun? Anyway, there's some orange zest in here because I zested the orange zest. All right. What are we missing? Is that everything? I'm going to top off with a little extra powdered cayenne. And that's it. All of our ingredients are just filled to the top. Pour that in. And just fill it to the top so everything is coated. I love seeing those little peppercorns floating in there. That's my favorite part. Okay. And then we just cap it off. Get a nice seal on it. Vinegar, this should keep for it properly stored, which is just in a cool, dry, clean, dark place. The vinegar will last for about 1.5 years. However, so what we do now with these, we put them in a cupboard and every day give them a little bit of a shake. And in about 4 to 6 weeks, go ahead and strain it. Then add to taste, however much you like, some raw local honey. I will be choosing this raw honey from the North Georgia mountains, which is pretty close to where I am in Atlanta. One more thing. Let me know if you want to know if there's something you recommend that you would like for me to show you how to make, or if you have any questions. Because I am an open book about this stuff, at least. And I plan to do something with infused oils and maybe make a salve, which, I'm okay with salmon being salmon and not salmon, but salve should be salve. I can't salve, it's like savvy. I don't like it. But I don't want people to think I don't know no better, so fine, I'll make a salve video. But inside of my head, just know that I say salve. Let's just go with the word balm. I'm signing off. I hope you're well. I wish you happiness, health, clarity, mirth, peace, and connectedness.